So I believe it was a couple of days ago, maybe Friday or Thursday, uh, that Governor Ron DeSantis ended the teaching of critical race theory. And of course, as a Twitter person, I responded to this because, and I'm not going to pull up all the things that were said, but she said that white people. Someone put up the thing like it's uh, if black people can experience racism, white people can learn about it. And I responded, uh, well, I guess you haven't read the book, White Girl Bleed a Lot. Something to the effect saying that, white people don't experience racism. I wonder what you call black on white, mob violence. Is it racially motivated? Do you think so? Maybe. Is there some pattern recognition there that we can talk about? Is that a reality? But yeah, I got all kinds of responses to that. It led into a large hoo-ha. But the main one is from this one right here. Oh wait, here it is. It's a privilege. Here's what the person. It's from SF Frank. It's a female, of course, white female, I believe. But it's a privilege to educate yourself about racism instead of experiencing it. And I said, are you sure whites haven't experienced racism? I wonder if you've ever read the works of Colin Flaherty, because white girls do bleed a lot. And this person, I think she's a female, one of the top race bait books of all time. The author even misused a photo of Aboriginal Australians to represent an attack that occurred in Raleigh, North Carolina. This book is full of misinformation that certain white folks love dry humping. So, and then Colin said, that's not true. That was something out of Wikipedia. And the thing of it is, these people are allowed to promote misinformation and lies. And of course, if they do it, if they do misinformation and lies, they're not going to be punished like the right is. The left can get away with things the right could never get away with, and the left is allowed to make mistakes and do misprints. But of course, the right has to dot its I's and cross its T's and do everything perfect. That's the society in which we're living in today. And the critical race theory, which I think is unpopular among most people of European descent, and it's being taught around, I think, around the civilized world, around the Western world, particularly amongst the Anglosphere. It's not popular at all, I don't think, and but it is being pushed on us, and it's being pushed by the elites who have gotten into a large portion of the economy. This seems to be an economic Cold War. And they are there to stifle and stop information from getting out. They're there to stop debate. And the information that this person put out, I believe, was completely wrong, because Colin Flaherty tweeted and said, "Hey, that information is untrue." It's like I think he said something to the effect that was something that Wikipedia put out there, but he said he had nothing to do with it. And I just said, at the time, before I even knew that, and I'm pretty sure that Colin Flaherty is telling the truth, I said, is that the best you can come up with? A picture that was misused? Is the rest of it a lie? By the way, The book Roots was plagiarized. Does anyone ever put that out? I mean, I know like a couple of years ago they did a rehashing of the book Roots. I don't even think there was really a Kunta Kinte or anything like that. It's a complete fabrication of things. But of course, they'll keep pushing that lie. There's another lie out there called, was it Willie Lynch? Uh, the person never existed. It's a letter written in the 70s, and but that propaganda is into the mainstream, even into the movie the Great Debaters. They talked about Willie Lynch. Just some of the things that people come up with and say, and what the establishment the establishment pushes lies. And if you try to uncover those lies and uncover those deceits, they have all kinds of ways to try to stop you. This one person actually said that what'd you say, that I was a not like that I was pushing Nazi and white supremacist talking points by bringing up black on white crime. It's it's a uh, it's a Nazi talking point, and it's I don't know why that is. Is Are the attacks not to be discussed? Is the fact that race seems like a motivating factor in some of these attacks? We're not supposed to talk about that or debate it. I mean, are the police? Is the attacks of the police, the people who say that the police are all racist and white supremacy? Uh, can we say that those have Marxist undertones? Are we allowed to say that too? Sorry, I'm getting upset, but this hypocrisy and gaslighting are things that abusers do, and that's what the elites are doing right now. They are abusing. They do not live under their own standards of conduct, yet they expect those that are poor or even upper middle class to live by these standards of conduct. It's really pathetic what's going on here. And some of these people have been absolutely brainwashed in believing this stuff. And they cannot be reasoned with, they cannot be debated with. The only problem is that these people seem to have almost metastasized themselves into the wheels and the structures of our economy. And once that's part of it, I mean, it's almost like it's got cancer, and you're going to have to lose a leg. You're going to have to cut that system out, and they're not. These people are not going out. They're not going out without a fight. And I mean, you look at Brexit. The people wanted it, and look how they tried to look how they tried to like how long it took for that to even come around. The will of the people, our immigration policy has America. Do you think that our immigration policy's ever gone to a vote? That the American people ever wanted this kind of thing, right or wrong? The will of the people is not the thing in this country. It's the elites in a lot of ways, and in some ways that's good, in some ways that's bad, because of course the masses can be asses, but things have gotten far more expensive than they used to be. In Los Angeles, the working class person, they can't afford to buy a home anymore as they used to. And people are moving out of the cities in record numbers, and that's causing an economic change. People realize they can work from home in this new technology, and they don't want to live in the big cities, particularly if you're white and you're called, you have privilege, and you can't go out even to eat a dinner, and you'll be blasted by people saying Black Lives Matter or whatnot, or be assaulted, and nobody will hear you. Nobody has empathy for you. Don't you want to live amongst people who have empathy and understanding for you? All over the world. I mean, you look at the Rotherham grooming gangs. This was exacerbated by leftists. They should be at blame for making this problem worse. But they were able, they were able to really control the gears, whether it be the government or whether it be, large business. They control the gears and they control the information that's out there. But hopefully there are people waking up. I mean, I think the majority of people are waking up. And the thing is, this is an economic fight, and you have to spend your dollar where you can and where people respect you. I don't recommend watching any forms of professional sports. If people don't respect you, hey, your dollar goes somewhere else. Your currency goes somewhere else. Don't deal with anyone who disrespects you. Anyway, this has been Brian with Transparency and Merit. Like and subscribe. Leave a comment down below.